Hola guys, I'm Victoria Vida and you're watching Celeb Secrets TV. The show is about a group of girls that save the world by using their smarts. And what I mean by smarts, each of the characters has a characteristic. One is an internet guru, the other one is an engineer. My character, she's the chemistry junkie. She's super smart, very into science. And what I love about the show is that it shows girls that the possibilities for them are endless, that they can be engineers, CEOs, doctors, while still rocking it with their feminine touch, which makes it a little more better, right? After a couple auditions, I went to this one, and before previous auditions, they would ask me, the casting directors, if I could do it without my accent, because I'm from Brazil and I have an accent. And for this one, I was very surprised. After I did my best to knock their socks off. They're like, can you add a little bit more of your accent? It was a big surprise. And then after a couple of months, this is for Project MC2, it was against, and I forgot to mention, when I got the audition at first, they were asking for a tall blonde, and I'm actually a petite and was a brunette at the time. So I even asked my manager, are you sure you sent this to the right person? But he's like, no, yes, go for it. There were a bunch of blondes there. I was the only petite brunette. I was like, fine, I'll still do my best. And then in the end, it was between me and a tall blonde. And I wish, for me, I don't believe in competition. I believe that we're always our own competition, and we should always wish the best for everybody, because there's room for everybody, you know? We're all different. Nobody can be us. And in the end, I added a little word that I changed up because they asked me to add a little bit more of my own spiciness, my Latina-ness, and I changed one of the words, vanilla, to baunilha. So that was one of the deciding factors, and that's how I got my role in Project MC2 as Adrienne Addams, culinary chemist. Well, it is very important because sometimes girls, they feel intimidated that it's thought to be only a male, only guys can do it, which is not true. Both girls and boys can do it, and we chicas sometimes, or everybody, we underestimate how much potential we have within us, and we, just believing can get us there. Of course, you gotta work really hard for it. It doesn't come out of nowhere, but, it's amazing also, like, the women in STEM jobs earn more money than women in non-STEM jobs. And I'm not saying, switch because you make more money. No, but, just pointing out the facts. First of all, do what you love, because then you're never going to work a day in your life. And, they had studies that in like 10 years from now, we're going to need more than 1.4 million more, people in STEM-related jobs. And not all the guys can take all those jobs. We need the chicas there to show up and help. So I think it's very important. And also a thing that we need, not only for girls, but for everybody, is that what makes us different is what makes us unique. And that's what's going to make us shine. And we're scared of that sometimes, that showing who we are is going to make people think not like us. But what makes you, if people don't like you for who you are, as long as you're being a good person, if you're being mean, then I understand. But, people, if they don't like you for who they are, they're not your real friends. And the people who, really love you are the ones who love you. And that star that makes you shine. So I always say, don't erase yourself, embrace yourself. There's 2 episodes that I like the most. In the part 5 of Project MC2, there's this scene that Adrienne Addams, she always puts out a few like words in Spanish and Portuguese. I add, because I like adding the Latino flair. But in episode 3 of part 5, she goes into this huge dialogue because Adrienne and Bright and Bandwidth have been trying to make this perfect space souffle. And it's like that moment, and they're super excited. And then the souffle like totally melts down. And Adri, she doesn't lose it, but she's really mad that souffle did not work. And she just goes in a whole paragraph in Spanish, like, ay, Dios mío, no puedo creer, ay, Dios. So I love it. I felt so happy to finally have a big chunk of dialogue in Spanish. So it's one of my favorite parts, a secret talent that might not know about me. Well, a lot of people wonder where I'm from. Well, I actually already told you guys that. Never mind. But my stage name, Victoria Vida. Vida is actually my initials to my real name, which is like Victoria Ivana do Amaral. So my initials mean life. So that's one of my celeb secrets.